Join us today as we embark on a Christmas cruise on the P&O Arcadia cruise ship, sailing out of Southampton. We will be on the ship all over the Christmas period and visiting many amazing new cruise ports, so make sure you've subscribed so you can find out what we got up to, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. So let's get started as we wake up to a beautiful sky and we can see our ship, the P&O Arcadia, over on the right in the distance at the QE2 cruise terminal. Anyway, before we start, my name is Nettie, and if you are new to Ears and Ideas or have just not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It is free to subscribe and really helps my channel develop and grow. Anyway, back to the video. If you watched our last video, you would have seen that we had a late embarkation time of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So had a chilled morning around the hotel and IKEA, which is just across the road. But now is the time to hit the road and get on that ship. We have booked parking through the cruise recommended company as we usually do, and for P&O this is CPS parking. After booking, we had to print off a form which we pop in our windscreen this morning for entry into the port area. Now you'll have to excuse the camera wobble. I usually fix my camera into the window when we're travelling, but don't want to risk leaving it in the car and getting on the cruise and not being able to film anything. That wouldn't be any good, would it? Anyway, let's carry on. It is certainly quite a drive to get to the parking area and to the correct key. Now, something which we're not keen about is CPS take our car keys and may move our car. This is due to the fact that P&O have many ships coming in and out of Southampton and many different keys, and it ensures where necessary your car is moved to the correct location if your ship returns to a different key. As it happens for us, this was not the case, so the car just moved into a parking bay. We had purchased some Apple AirTags previously, so we could keep an eye out of interest to see where our car ventured to, but it didn't go very far. Oh, I certainly wouldn't want to walk all this way with my luggage. It's a long, long way. Right, finally, the car park that our car will end up on is on the left here. And there is our ship, the P&O Arcadia, our home for the next 10 nights on the right. First of all, we get directed to a queuing area. My OCD was in overdrive, but as it happened, they were on it and they worked the lines very efficiently and in the right order. It was a slow process, but that bottleneck was inside the car park. I didn't make a note of the time that we arrived at the QE2 terminal, but suspect it was about 10 minutes before I started time checking. Walk from the car park with luggage looked like a fair walk, and there was a bit of a slope, so I was pleased to see from the comfort of our car that there were porters helping those passengers in need. Finally, our time to drop off the car. So I logged about 16 minutes, so it was probably way over 20 minutes that we were waiting in lines to get to this part of the car park, but at least it was in the warmth of our car. So this is where the bottleneck actually happens. We have to pause in our car in the car park, waiting for the inspection team to come and photograph any damage in our car, on our car, I should say. While this is an important duty, there obviously wasn't enough team members doing this role. We had drivers waiting around to take our car, and there was quite a few of them just standing there waiting for the inspectors to do their job. We weren't allowed to unload our luggage until our car had been inspected, so probably another 5 or 10 minutes sat waiting here. The waiting drivers did, however, make sure each car had a luggage trolley available, so that was helpful. Almost at the terminal building, but first we had to drop off our luggage. There were a few zones, but it wasn't clear which was for us. There was nothing on our label on our baggage which matched up to the labels on the wall. So we had to ask. No idea how that all worked, but our luggage got to our cabin, so obviously everyone behind the scenes knew what they were doing, even if we didn't. But it was another bottleneck, as those folks being dropped off in cars and taxis also had to drop their luggage off. So it was a bit rammed. But once we got into the building, everything was spot on and speedy, and we were on the ship in no time. As it was mid-afternoon now, we were instructed to go straight to the muster station, which was a pain because we had our cabin bags with us. If we had our time again, as the cabins were open by this time, we would have dumped our bags there before going to muster station, but you live and learn. Right, so the muster safety bits are all sorted. We can quickly check out our cabin, unpack our hand luggage, which of course had some Christmas decorations in, fill our fridge with the allowed cans of pop and bottles of fizz. I'm impressed with the size of the balcony, and even though it is a winter cruise, I still spent time out here watching as we sailed in and out of the various cities. You can never bring too many magnets on a cruise, as most of the walls are magnetic and they do the job for Christmas lights and decks as well. We even brought Archie with us, well, in a drinks mat form anyway. This cute little Christmas tree was a gift from P&O. How nice. Good job I bought some decks that went nicely with it. Time to get exploring. This is a Costa coffee shop, and there is a host of other shops, and there are Christmas trees, yes, plural, all over the place, and garlands and other trimmings. Oh, and a gingerbread village with a railway. And a cute cake display. So on this ship, and I presume all of P&O's ships, there is no app that tells you what's on the menu for dinner every night. So the only way you can see the menu is to pop that day to the main dining room and have a look and read the menu, or just wait until you're sat at the table and see what the surprise is. A bit outdated, but hey ho. We usually enjoy eating in the buffet, more chilled, varied food and a bit more space. But this is a Christmas cruise, and there is a 5-course gala meal on Christmas Day, albeit black tie. We thought we should go for it. We tried to get a table for 2, got given a table for 6 on my invoice, and as it happened we were given a table for 8. Now I'm quite socially awkward, and this took me way out of my comfort zone, but as it happened the other 3 couples on our table were lovely, and we had lots, particularly travel wise, to chat about. So in addition to the first night, because we thought we'd better meet them before, waiting for Christmas Day, and the Christmas Day meal, we also ate with our group on Christmas Eve. Festive drinks too. Time for a bit more exploring. This is the Neptune pool deck and bar, which is covered but not heated. I did see some people swimming in there, so I guess the water was nicely heated. Well, I hope so. Now this would be our most frequented place while on the ship, not just for food, but free coffee and a nice view either out at sea or of our latest port. And best of all, the waiters came round to take your drinks orders. So that's embarkation day. Everything P&O wise went well. CPS parking could have been slicker, but all in all, a lovely stress-free day start to our Christmas holiday. So make sure you are subscribed, and I can't wait to show you the wonderful places we visited on it and experienced during our cruise. And I will see you next time for our day in Copenhagen.